This might be the most important thing that you see today, this week, or this month. If you stick around to the end of this video, I'm going to explain why this graph is so important and how you can make money from this graph. So with that said, let's get right into the video. Hey, it's your boy Crypto Expat. Thanks for coming back and watching another vid. I really appreciate it. If you're a new visitor, welcome, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you get notified immediately for all my new uploads. Okay, so what is this? This is a graph of the ROI of IEOs in the past, and this is really significant because, as you can see, all these long blue bars which extend to the right, and this is your ROI. This is the projects that have launched and have got amazing ROIs on these platforms. But before we go into it, let me just step back a bit and let's just explain what an IEO is. IEOs, or initial exchange offerings, is a token sale supervised by a cryptocurrency exchange. IEOs are available exclusively to the exchange's users, although some IEOs may take place in several exchanges. Just like ICOs, IEOs allow investors to get new cryptocurrencies or tokens while raising funds for promising crypto projects. So a lot of these IEOs take place on exchanges like Binance, OKX, Probit, Bittrex Global, and KuCoin, to name a few. And these are the recent stats of the ROI, return on investment, with these different platforms. So it's important to note that Binance DEX, the average all-time high ROI is 1,314% on Binance DEX. Then we've got KuCoin, which is 928. Binance platform themselves, all-time high is 1,012. BitMax, 1,600%. Huobi Global, 900%. And then you get down to Gate.io, Bittrex, OKX. You can also see the green column, the average ROI, which is about 574% on Binance DEX, KuCoin, 378%, Binance, 268%, and BitMax, 239%, Huobi Global, 161%, Gate.io, and Bittrex. So what this data is telling you is this: when there's IEOs that launch on these platforms, on average, they all make money, pretty much all of them, except for like when you get down to the lowest would be Bitforex and Bittrex. The ROI is still 55%, 42%. But as you get up to more like Binance, the most lucrative ones are on Binance, and the average ROI here is 268, nearly 300%, and Binance DEX as well, KuCoin, 378%. So that means that whenever these IEOs launch on KuCoin and Binance and BitMax, historically, on average, they've all made money. They've all at least triple their money, close to triple their money at the very least, on average, and at the very least. So this represents a gold mine right now in IEOs. And you're probably thinking, well, why aren't more people doing them? Well, with IEOs, they're a little bit different to ICOs. There's certain stipulations, there's certain rules and qualifications that people need to meet to get on these IEOs. So let's just talk a little bit about that. Let's just talk about the pros of the IEOs. Pros of the IEOs, and all these platforms are different. Okay, so they have their own rules according to how much people are allowed to buy, how much allocation, how much going to be allowed to be bought by each individual, the hard cap. And basically what they do is they usually have a native token that you have to stake for you to get into these IEOs. Okay, so I'll take Binance as an example because Binance is probably the biggest one. So Binance, they have a lottery system, and you need to have Binance or BNB in your wallet, and then so much BNB you can then apply for these IEOs, and you'll get like a lottery ticket, and then that ticket will give you so much allocation, so many portion or percentage that you're allowed to buy when they release these IEOs. And because according to this data here, because they're so lucrative, and because they all seem to be making money as of lately, these IEOs, people are getting into them, and this is one way that Binance is allowing to lock up the supply of their native, of their BNB coin. It's really smart how they're doing it. So people want to get into these IEOs. They know they're very profitable, up to 200 to 300% on average, and so it's like a no-brainer, right? But to get in these IEOs on Binance, you need to have BNB coin, all right? So they have to stake it, have it in their account, and this is pushing the price of BNB up. So one of the pros with having IEOs or doing IEOs, whether it's on Binance, or OKX, Probit, Bittrex, KuCoin, the projects they've already been vetted by the platforms. Okay, so you know how there's so many projects launching, and they just the decentralized projects, they're just launching on like Uniswap, and there's anyone can get on basically on Uniswap. You just got to provide some liquidity, and you can get on, right? But the IEOs are different because they have to apply to go on the platforms like Binance, and they're probably got to pay a fee, and they're probably got to give so much tokens to the platform, and in return the platform will launch the project to all its member base, and they can stake the coins, stake their native coin like BNB, and then they'll get so much of the rewards that Binance has got from the project, right? Certain percentage, 3%, 5%, whatever, okay? Then they're basically just giving them away to their user base. So it's the incentive for you, if you are a Binance holder, is you're going to get free tokens, but you're going to stake the BNB token. Also, the pros for the project is they get access to immediate liquidity. Like they're going to launch on a big project, on a big exchange like Binance, or even Bittrex, or even KuCoin, right? They're going to get access to all those investors, and the project will instantly become liquid. It will instantly sell, and they'll instantly sell their tokens. So that's why it's very lucrative for the project owners to get on these platforms, and it's also lucrative for the platform owners like Binance, KuCoin, Probit, OKX, Bittrex to launch these. They can then develop and a community around these IEOs, and they can keep their investors close and always on the platform, giving them incentives to always stay with them by giving them lucrative deals. So Binance, they have a thing called Launchpad. That's their gateway into the IEOs. So projects go on the Launchpad and they launch, and that's what they are. They're Launchpad projects or IEOs. And OKX has, they call that Jumpstart. Okay, they have their own thing. Sometimes these IEOs, they go on multiple platforms. Like, they're not exclusive. So Binance, they did have Flamingo, and OKX did have Flamingo as well. Sometimes they just they're only launched on the one platform. But sometimes they go on multiple ones. Probit are now getting pretty active. I'll put all the links below to get more information about this. They're launching, there's two that are launching, Smart Key, which is launching in very soon, a couple of days, and Dimax, that's also launching, and the listing is confirmed. So what will happen is, not all the time they have these IEOs. Binance seems to be the one that has them more frequently. Like this one here, this Unified Protocol DAO, was announced today, and that's coming up in about, let's see, 3 days. No, 2 or 3 days. So they don't always come up, but when they do, you want to take advantage of them because you're pretty much getting them like at the ICO price, okay, at the lowest price if you get allocations, and also usually you get a discount as well. Like for example, Probit, they'll have, if you buy this one here, this IEO here, you get 15% bonus if you buy waves, get 10% bonus if you buy in USD, BTC, and Ethereum. So that IEO starts in 6 days. Some of them have allocations, a lottery. Some of them don't. Some of them require you to have so much of their token in their wallet. Some of them don't. So you have to read what each one requires for you to qualify to get in the IEO. So it's best to research this stuff and keep a diary on what's coming up, and you can make some really good gains with these IEOs. I'll give you an example. This IEO actually launched, right? This only launched like two or 3 days ago, and it launched at 10 cents. Okay. Now, if you got allocation to this, that means you would have had BNB in your BNB wallet, Binance soft wallet, and you would have just applied for the lottery. And if you would have got allocation, then they would have given you so much that you can purchase. And this token actually came out 10 cents. This is what the price was, the IEO price. This was only a couple of days ago. Okay, so if we go to CoinGecko now and we check the Axie price, it's now 36 cents. So this project is basically 3x'd in about 2 to 3 days since it was launched on Binance. So that's why it's very lucrative for you to hodl some Binance, BNB coin, get this allocation. You get at the very, very lowest price. See, the allocation was 200 USD. That's only how much you would have been allowed to get, or 2,000 ASX. However, you still would have tripled your money. You would have turned that $200 into $600. Okay, because the price has gone up 3x. So this is the power of IEOs. They're very lucrative, and historically, they've always made money. Okay. However, I want to show you something else. If you're lucky to get into Binance, or you're lucky to get into these coins on Probit or OKX, Bittrex or KuCoin, what you want to do is when you get the allocation and you buy the coin, it's very lucrative for you to sell the coin on the first day. The ratio of opening price is the highest on the first day to the IEO public sale price. So You buy into the IEO, right? You get your coins cheap, and then when they open on the exchange publicly, right? Publicly meaning that everyone else can get them, not just the people that had, whatever stipulations that they had. Like Binance had like a lottery, only certain people were allowed to get the lottery because they had staked their BNB and they got their winning lottery tickets. And each exchange has their own different stipulations, right? You need to find this out and be able to get in on their IEOs. But here it says historically, on the first day where it's gone public. So this could be the next day, it could be a week, it could be a month. It just depends what they say, right? Okay, they say the IEO is going to launch. You can buy your coins cheap or whatever if you meet the requirements. Then in a week's time, we're going to launch it publicly to the rest of the general public. And then that's the public sale. This is what they mean by the public sale. All right. Historically, the first day it hits and everyone else can buy it, the price pumps. Okay, so here you can see that on Huobi it 3x, on Binance 4x. These are the tokens, one seller 4x on the first day, and then so some of these pumped on the first day, some of them didn't, but the first day is generally the best time to sell them because everyone's trying to come in and buy them. You already have them, right? You already bought them at the lowest price. Now you can make a profit and flip them on the public sale. Okay, see? The highest price on the first day to the IEO public sale price. This ERD, LROD, this one here, it did a 46x on the first day. 46x on the price on the first day. This is the highest one ever on the first day after the IEO. We just go to on the Binance Launchpad. Let's go down here. See, these are all the previous projects. BitTorrent was a good one. Fetch, Matic was an amazing one. This one here, Eldron. This was done in 2019 in September. August, September. All right, this 46x in the first day. See, so as you can see, Binance seems to get all the best ones. Band, Carver, Sandbox, Alpha, right? And these are the recent ones, not so good. This one here is still going, Hard Protocol. Axie did a 3x. And this one just launched today, okay? They just released the details today. This Unify. All right, so let's just conclude this video. Historically, you're going to make a lot of money with IEOs. If you qualify, you need to get in there, figure out what you need to do to qualify, what tokens you need to buy. You need to hodl, whatever the stipulation is of each exchange. Then you need to plan the upcoming IEOs. Once they're coming up, get ready, do what you need to do to get the allocation to buy them cheap. Okay, so remember, IEOs, it's just like an ICO, but it's just on an exchange. All right, buy them cheap. You might only get a small allocation, but still doesn't matter. Axie was only a small allocation. It was only $200, but still people can flip it now for $600. It's still something. Okay. Then once it's coming up, you get your allocation. You buy your tokens really cheap. Then you want to make sure that you flip them. All right, flip them on the first day. Because that's when the highest price is. Highest price on the first day to IEOs. All right, that's when you want to sell them, on the first day, because you're going to get the highest price. All right, guys, so I hope you got some value from this video. They are extremely lucrative, these IEOs. However, not everyone does them because they have certain rules and requirements, and usually what happens is a lot of the whales eat up a lot of these IEOs because they have a lot of money. All right, so you need to be able to get some of your crypto and start working towards getting some of this allocations or buying whatever tokens you need to buy to get the allocation to qualify to get into these IEOs. You need to research and do more research on each particular platform so you can get into these, right? Because that's what the big dogs are doing. All the other people that are just newbies and have no clue, they don't even know what's happening. They'll probably never see this video. But you watch this video, so now you know, all right? And now you can take advantage of this. I hope you got some value. If there's any questions, comments, please leave a comment below. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, make sure you do, because then you're going to get all my uploads as soon as I get them. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.